Hello and welcome back and welcome to 2025. This is the first official vlog of the year, so I thought instead of doing a studio vlog we do something a little different and we actually talk about Kickstarter, because that was my last big project of the year, of 2024, and that's sort of where I left, but I never really spoke about the experience, and I thought that's what we could do today, really. So I've got some clips and stuff of the process and all the packets going out and everything, which I'm going to put in here and there, but yeah, so you're just going to really have to hear me talk today. Sorry about that, but my Kickstarter really was not the most thought out process. It happened very quick. It was very quick of just, I want to do a Kickstarter, I'm doing a Kickstarter. Like, it was a week from me sort of being like, I want to do it, to me actually doing it. I had thought of the idea for ages. I did a Strawberry Cow bag. I really wanted to do a bag for about 6 months. I designed it like 6 months ago. I really wanted to do it, but I had looked at it and I'd already always up to that point self-funded. I'd never done a project like that or thought about doing a project like that, and I sort of just mentioned it in the middle of the eHearts market, in the spring market, and people sort of got really real receptive of it and really liked the idea. So I sort of was like, okay, I know how much it would cost. I checked with a couple of manufacturers. That happened really quickly, and then I think it was like the Friday I sort of hinted, and then the Sunday I was like, announced it. And from that announcement, I think it was like a week from like me announcing it to me doing it. It might have been a couple of weeks, but it was like, it was a quick process. So I didn't spend much time researching the platform or researching the whole process. I thought I had done really great with the process of it. I really prepared. I worked out what the manufacturing costs. I did a shipping agreement with my manufacturer. I worked out the Kickstarter fees. Kickstarter has their own like calculation you can use. So I used all that, did all that process. I thought it was really good. I even put in a couple of hundred for like a contingency fund, like if something went wrong. I worked out how much all the freebies were, because I'd watched a lot of other creators' videos who sort of said about, this is what you need to include, this is what you need to do. So I thought I planned everything really well. When I put the goal, I think it was 1,500 or 600. It's been a few months now, I can't really remember that, but I had all the freebies in that, the bags. I did an enamel pin as well, so that was all included. The shipping, everything, the fees, it was all good. To me, if we hit that goal, we were fine. The first issue I sort of came into with the Kickstarter process was that I didn't realise if you hit that goal, they then like take a few weeks to take the money out of people. If someone dropped off and it went under the goal, the campaign didn't stop. So I think we hit 1,900, give or take, was what we ended that campaign on. So we actually had more. It was great. After the month of like them taking the funds and doing all that, we actually ended up with 1,300. So we were actually like 200-300 quid under the goal. So we already were sort of like on the back foot of it. And I thought, okay, that's a contingency. That's like our backup money. That's fine. I already knew I wasn't like taking anything from it. I was gonna, if we had anything left over, it was gonna be new product. I wasn't gonna take anything from it. I knew I wasn't. It wasn't like I wanted to be paid. So I thought we were okay. So actually what happened after people had dropped out when the funds had already come in, we ended up with 1,300. So we were about £300 under. And that was like my contingency, my backup money. So I thought we were okay. I thought we were going to be fine. I thought, okay, we've not made what the goal was, but we can be okay here. That's not what happened. What happened was, when I first did the shipping agreement with my manufacturer,
they had told me the prices as it was then. So it was like 200 estimate for shipping. FedEx had raised their prices by the time the bag was done. So it actually turned out to be 650. So I did lose money from doing this project. But I do have stock left over now. I still have bags, I still have pins, I have other things. So once I sell all the stock, I wouldn't have lost money. But at the time, I did lose money on Kickstarter, but I've got stock. So it's a bit of like a up and down situation.
Hi, so technically I'm back, but you don't know that. My camera died, so I went away for a bit and I'm back again to finish the vlog about my Kickstarter experience. So I'm trying to remember where I was. But I think really what I was trying to get at was the loss. But I'm trying to take it as a positive of I lost money, but I've gained stock, so I won't have lost money in the long run. And I did get a lot of experience from it, and a lot of emotional experience from the support and the love I got from everyone. So I do want to do another one, I think. I'm so 50-50, I'm so torn about it because I want to do another one. But at the same time, I don't know if I can put myself through it. So I've sort of decided if I'm going to do another one, it's going to be a reduced amount. It's going to be a smaller goal. So I have got like 3 things in my head. I've got 3 different products. I've got the idea of maybe adding to the Strawberry Cow backpack and adding like a wallet purse, like a long wallet purse in the Strawberry Cow to match the bag. But I've also got a little project that I think I haven't really seen anyone else do that I think people would like, but I don't know. But it would be something a little bit different for my shop because a lot of my shop right now is animal illustrations and I love doing that. I love drawing animals, I love it. But I'm sort of trying to move away from it a little bit in 2025 and doing some more other ranges. So my chronic illness was really popular in 2024. My range of chronic illness stickers and planners. So I'm expanding that. And I'll talk about that a little bit more next week because next week I'm going to talk about something quite exciting for me. But I'm trying to expand more of the planner sticker range and the more sort of day-to-day items. And I'm also trying to expand a little bit of my novel stuff. I've done a couple of like little novel review stickers and like currently reading stuff, and I'm trying to do a little bit more of that because I am a massive fan of like romance fantasy novels in particular. So I have a Kickstarter in mind that's sort of along them lines, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do 2, maybe I'll do none, I don't know. But at the moment I've got another project coming up which I'm going to discuss next week, like I just mentioned. At the moment that's my project in head. After that I've got that to a place where I'm like, we're good. I might do a Kickstarter. I'm probably going to do a Kickstarter. I think I will do again this year. I want to take the lessons I've learned from it and try and make it better. And it will definitely be a smaller goal. Going for the goal like that, it was like, I think very much my personality is, I'm going to go for it, I'm going to go for it. And it was my first one and I went for it. And I don't know if I would do it again yet. I think I would want to be a bit more of a better footing, maybe a bigger following, maybe a better comfort in my business to do a goal like that again. But I definitely think I will do a smaller one. And I've got 3 things in mind which could happen. So I'm probably going to ask a lot of advice from people. You'll probably see some polls over the next few months to sort of ask what you guys would want, because while I want certain things, it might not be what you guys want. So I'm going to go with what you guys want and I'll ask for your opinion. But I sort of wanted to just finish like this vlog talking about the actual process I had. So I made a bag and that was something quite different for the sort of stationery and planning community. I hadn't really seen anyone else do it. No, I can't think of anyone else I have seen do it. I know some other people done plushies and journals, but I didn't see a bag for a while. So I have had people ask me about the process of making a bag and I sort of wanted to just go over it a little bit for you. So it started with, I thought you'd have to do like a full bag sketch and do all the details. I didn't. All I drew, I actually just submitted the already illustration I had of my Strawberry Cow. So I submitted that to the manufacturer and I was like, I want to make this image as a bag. And it was a little bit of playing around where they and me would create mock-ups of, was it going to be the shape of the cow or was it going to be like a square bag with the cow? And after like, we did this all in a day really, us together, worked really well. I did have to get up at like 2 because my manufacturer was in China, so I did, but we had a conference call, we went through that stuff straight away. I was like, I want it to be shaped like the cow, I think that's really important. I also really wanted to have the pin feature. I really wanted it to have that ITA set at the front so we could put the pins. So I then took the strawberry cow drawing I had and I literally just drew a pink circle on its stomach to show that's where I want the pins. They took that, they made a mock-up of the bag, and I thought it was going to be like a mock-up image. They didn't, they actually made a mock-up bag. So it wasn't in the right colours or anything, but they just sort of printed off the image I'd given them the cow and they just cut some pieces of scrap fabric, showed me what it would look like as a bag. I approved that. We then did colouring. So they sent me like images of 300 different like vegan leather colours so that we could pick the colours. We sort of matched. I picked some and then they would come back and be like, I think this would be better. So it was really like a collaboration of them and me. And that was good. We finished the design. I think we did it in like 2-3 days, start to finish. It was good. I signed off. I paid £100 for the sample bag, which was my bag. I didn't include that in the Kickstarter cost. That was never, because I knew either way, if we never had the Kickstarter successful, I wanted a bag for myself. So I took that as I brought a bag for myself. And I mean, I collect lounge flies, and to me, it was like, if I was buying a lounge fly, wouldn't be much different in price, so I just took it as I bought myself a bag. The sample took about a week or 2 to like get fully made. They sent it to me, like all the images and videos of it before, to say, is this definitely how the sample should look? You happy? I was like, yep, perfect, let's go ahead. It then got shipped to me. I think it took about a month to arrive, which was the first bit where I was a bit like, because I had originally, when we first started the process, I had said I really wanted the bag for Stationery Fest. And I was like, this is the date I leave to go to Manchester for Stationery Fest. I want the bag for then. And at first they were like, yeah, that's fine, no problem, we'll definitely do that. The bag actually came, so I left for Stationery Fest on the Friday morning. The bag came on Monday. So it was like 2 days out, so, but it had become very clear like that week of Stationery Fest that it wasn't coming in time. So I think it was like 2 days before Stationery Fest, I had to like make a mock-up leaflet, and I was just like printing and cutting to try and get something to show what the bag would look like. But yeah, the sample then came on the Monday. That Monday was launch day. So we had Stationery Fest on the Saturday. We launched on Monday, the Kickstarter. So luckily I had the bag for that. But my Kickstarter launched with all images that didn't include the bag. They were all the mock-ups, because they didn't have it yet. So we then had to like do a photo shoot, me and my mum, that night. I then the whole of Tuesday was like editing, making new images and stuff for the Kickstarter. I did a lot of lives, a lot of like reels and things to show what it looked like, how it worked, what you could fit in it. I thought my description to them was I wanted an A5 journal in it, because my idea was I wanted a bag that you could take with you, with your journal, your planner, your sticker packs, like you could take it and work basically where you wanted to. I was like, I would like my tablet in it, so when I go out and draw I can have everything in it. And it actually became so much bigger, because you can fit an A4 notebag in it. It's like a little bit like a bend, but you can fit that in, like it's a very good size backpack. And I also wanted it to be a crossbody, so I like wearing backpacks, but I knew my mum hates them. She likes wearing crossbodies, so it's an interchangeable, so you can wear it in like 3 ways. You can wear it as a handbag, you can wear it as any of the 3 ways. So they had these features I really wanted. I really wanted a zip pocket inside. I also wanted 2 pen pockets. I keep my glasses in one of them, and then I put like some of my pens and my journal in the other pocket. So they were really good with all them features, and the features weren't charged as extra. They charged me just the flat bag rate, and then we added extras on, and they were like, that's fine, there was no extra charge for that. So they were really good. I thought my manufacturer and the process was really good and really positive experience. I would definitely work with them again. I've already contacted them to ask them if they could do a purse, in that design and like a long wallet purse, and how much that would cost. I've already been in discussions with them about maybe doing that as a Kickstarter. I'm still not sure, but I would work with them again. They were brilliant. I have recommended them to a few people. So the Kickstarter then, we did it for the month. I think it was 30 days in total. Was successful on the last day. It took about 4 to 5 weeks for the payments to be accepted and to go through and then get to me. We did lose money, but it wasn't too bad. That day the payment came through was the day I ordered the pins, I ordered the bags, I ordered everything. All the freebies actually came from the UK, so I had them the next week, so they were just sitting there waiting. When we did the bag like conversation initially, they were like, early November, late October is the estimate of what we think the bags will be with you. And I was like, okay. And that was the information I used for Kickstarter. If I was to do it again, I would not have used them dates. I would have added a couple of weeks of a sort of just a buffer, because I think it's better to say, oh, it's early than it's late. And I did make that mistake because, as I sort of mentioned in a minute, we were late, and that caused a lot of stress for me personally, and that was probably the worst part of the experience. So I think they took about 5-6 weeks to get all the bags done, because large quantity. There was also a Chinese holiday. There was also a Chinese holiday during that space. So they had, I think, 2 or 3 weeks off working, so it took a little bit of a delay. I didn't know that before I ordered either, which I sort of wish they would have told me, but, you know. After that then went through, that was good, great, we did that, and the bags got shipped. When the bags got shipped, what happened was FedEx then had a strike. Internationally on tracking, so the bags sat for about a week and a half, 2 weeks in their boxes with their labels on, not moving. They didn't move. So that was the first worry. And then FedEx finally collected them. They then went by sea, which is the other thing. Air was a lot quicker, but air was like another £400, and by that point I'd really lost so much money on shipping. I couldn't pay it. There was just no way I could fund it. And I didn't want to cancel bags. I didn't want to say it was done. So I was like, I will pay out of pocket for sea, but I can't pay for air. I just couldn't do it. And that was upsetting, because I had originally thought it would be air and it wasn't in the end. And that was quite upsetting for me as well. But they went via ship, and what they did was they like went from one country, stopped, went into customs, and then went to the next, like that. It took a long time. It wasn't a flat journey. They then got stuck in a sea storm, so they got stuck in Kazakhstan, and they were stuck there for 2-3 days just from the storm. They then went back, and then it was like that. So it was like we had about 2-3 weeks delays of just things that we couldn't control, no one could do. And every day I was getting up at like 3 to call my manufacturer to be like, what is the update today? They were like, this is what's going on, we still can't do anything. And that was it. But I went away, came back, we were middle of November. At that point, everything else, the pins and stuff had arrived. So I decided that everyone who didn't order a bag would be sent first. So we did it in 2 stages. So all of them Kickstarters went out. Then the bag, I got like a notification. No one told me the bags were even close. It was the morning, and I got like just a message, and I just checked it. I was going into something, and I just checked it before I put my phone on silent, and it was like, you're getting a FedEx delivery today. And I was like, I have no idea what this delivery is. So I was just waiting around. It came, and this guy just walked up my driveway with 4 humongous boxes, and I was like, okay, I think the bags are here. I then that evening called my mum, my dad, everyone round, and I'm going to put some footage here-ish where you'll get to see it, but we made like a conveyor belt of checking the quality of the bags, packing the bags, adding all the freebies in the bags, adding anything else you ordered into the bags, and then wrapping and getting labels on and getting ready to go. We were about an hour and a half into that process when my mum counted the bags and said, you're missing 20. So we had 30, and I immediately emailed my manufacturer to be like, we are missing 2 boxes at least of bags here. I don't know what to do. Like, luckily, I think we had enough for the orders. My mum ordered one, so we didn't include hers, but like everyone else we had enough for. So I messaged them. I knew they weren't going to reply till like 3 AM, but I was like, I'm just going to get on it, message. And then like 10 minutes after I sent that email, I got a knock on the door. It was FedEx. They had found 3 boxes that they had forgot to deliver. So luckily we finished with all the bags. So then the conveyor belt kept going. Everything got sent out. My dad luckily is a postman. He works for Royal Mail. So instead of me having to do collections and annoy my local postman, he took them all to his office. We got more sent. It was great. Everyone's got their bags. If you haven't, or you have any problems, please do let me know. I checked all like the Royal Mail tracking and everything seemed fine on my end. So if there is an issue, please just get in touch. I will sort it. It's no problem. Just let me know, because Royal Mail's tracking isn't always the best. But yeah, so we had a lot of delays. We had financial issues, but we got there. And opening them boxes of bags, and this is the other thing I say about my manufacturer, which I think was brilliant, because there were a few issues here and there and there were delays, but not one bag had a fault that I know. Like, we checked all of them. There was no bags with faults. There was nothing that was bad. Nothing was misprinted. There was no B grades. They were all perfect. And I think to me that was one of my biggest things, because when I ordered my enamel pins from someone else, there were some B grades. And I mean, if I've ordered from Volgrace in the past, there's been B grades. All the bags were perfect. And I think that was such a good credit that such an expensive item was perfect first time. So yeah, it was an experience. It was good and it was bad, but there was good things. And yeah, it was good. I did enjoy it, and I loved getting to talk to so many of you and getting to interact with it. I wear my bag everywhere. I get so many comments about it now, and to hear like some of you have like you're wearing your bags out and you're getting comments. It's just really nice for me to hear that and people like them. If you haven't or you want to, please do share pictures of it or send them to me. I like seeing it. It makes it feel worthwhile to me when I see other people enjoy it. So yeah, there are still bags. They are on the website. They're now more expensive because the Kickstarter price was reduced as well. I always try and reduce the Kickstarter. So they are on the website though. There are some left over, and I do take some to craft fairs. So if you want one, have a look. It is beautiful. I love it. I know I'm biased, but it's just so cute. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you have any Kickstarter questions, I've only done one. I'm not the most experienced, but leave them below or message me. I will do what I can to help. And if you want to talk about manufacturing a bag or that process, let me know, because I feel like I'm quite experienced in that now. So yeah, it was fun. It was good. Thank you all for your support. I will see you back here next Sunday for another vlog, and I am going to be announcing a very, very exciting project. I'm really excited for this one. I was really excited for that, but like, I'm really excited for this one. So please come back next week, have a look, have a listen to me yabbering on about that next week. And then we're going to be back to studio vlogs because we're waiting for craft fairs to resume. But yeah, so thank you for watching. I will see you next week. Bye.